Good morning. Welcome to the Community for Conscious Living weekly live broadcast. Today is New Year's Day of 2023, January the 1st. Welcome. Thank you for being here today. The Community for Conscious Living is a community dedicated to personal transformation for universal harmony, healing the planet by making inspired changes in ourselves and in our daily lives that create a sustainable environment and a peaceful world. Well, today we are going to be focusing on preparing ourselves for this new year and this new era that we are moving into. We've been talking for years now about this new era of peace, of unconditional love, of universal harmony, and we are moving more and more rapidly into this space, into this collective evolution of consciousness. Where we are less identified with the physical, less identified with the body, and more identified with soul, with spirit. That frees us up in so many ways because we have been so conditioned to be tied to this material existence, to what our bodies look like, what kind of body we're in, what gender, how much money we have, what job we do, what we choose to eat, even, and where we dine and where we live and everything. There's been so much tied of our existence and identity tied to the physical material realm. And we're moving farther and farther away from that and more identified, consciously identified and actively identified, right? How we act and how we live, identified with our values and our beliefs at the core of our beings and who we are created to be. And who we are created to be is spirit, a representative of spirit in human physical form. As we have said many times, we are all cells of one body. And the one body consciousness is shifting, right? And when the one body consciousness shifts, because we have been given free will, we have a choice as whether to shift with it and be proactive in the shift and even lead the shift. And we can be proactive in that, and we can be a part of the evolution, of the conscious evolution, or we can resist. We can fight it, and that's what creates disharmony and dis-ease in the greater body. We have over the last especially the last few years, but really in a lifetime, if we open our eyes, we have been presented with dichotomies in this world. And really over these last few years, they have been so in the face of the masses, right? They've always been in the face of the few who are being oppressed, the few who are being judged, the few who were, and let's get real. On some level, we all go through that. It's part of our human journey, right? It has been part of our human journey. But these last few years, it's really been it's harder to deny. It's been more visible, more clear about the dichotomies and the differences between different facets of the jewel, so shall we say, right? Different, if we consider this as one jewel, one treasure, and there are many facets of the jewel that are visible in this realm. And we've been seeing more clearly the variations and the differences, the dichotomies, and we have an opportunity through clear sight to make clearer choices in what we want to live, what we want to be, what we want our lives to be, how we want to live, right? And we've had opportunity to make these choices, and we continue to make these choices on a daily basis to get more clarity on our own values, to really be who we are at our core, and to choose to live aligned with that. We make those choices every day, and we continue to refine and refine and refine those choices. Today, I want us to focus on really feeling and experiencing the spirit within that breathes, right? If we are all cells of one body, there is a life force, right? A consciousness within the body that is a part of the greater whole. And that breath, when the body, when we die from this material realm, the spirit, the breath leaves the body. It still exists, but it's no longer integrated into this particular physical body. The body, being made of clay, returns to the earth, it decays. The spirit continues to live on, right? So while we are in these bodies and here on this earth acting as a representative of spirit in form, we have an opportunity to really feel, and it's becoming more and more uh, in the evolution, what we're moving toward, but really a full embodiment of the spirit and integration with the spirit, so that the spirit, the life force, the consciousness, the breath is who we are, and it is fully integrated into our physicality. It breathes us, we breathe with it in harmony, and we really rest into it and fully trust it and surrender into it so that it breathes us. Surrender into it so that we are it. It is us. We breathe together, we move together, and in that we can really rest into a full trust. You notice I just slowed down my speech and my own breath and really rest into that full trust of the spirit that breathes and the spirit that is you, that breathes you, that exists within you and expresses through you. That's what we're going to focus on today. So let's come into our meditation and healing circle, and let's sit together side by side, shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, knee to knee, coming together as one. In the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate, we call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your pure divine light. And as we sit in this circle and face toward the center of the circle, just imagine this hub in the center of our circle, and let this hub be this representation of spirit, this pure divine light, or however you perceive it or visualize it or experience it. Just bring this, call this, imagine this, see this, be this right in front of you, and turn all of your senses, your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, your throat, your heart, your belly, all of the parts of your body, call all of the parts of your body to come together, centered in you and facing toward this representation of spirit, this pure divine light in the center of our circle. Feel all of you coming to face and to be present with this light. And invite every cell of your body to face toward this light. And let every cell of your body say yes to this light. And just imagine, feel, perceive the radiation, the radiance that extends from this light, and let it touch into your skin. Let it move into your body through all of your sensory organs, through your eyes, through your ears, through your nose, through your mouth, through all of your subtle centers, right? Your crown, your third eye, through your throat, through your heart, through your solar plexus, through your sacral center, through your base, through your palms of your hands and the soles of your feet, through the pores of your skin, and to every cell of your body. Let all of your being absorb this light and really take in the radiance of this light into your body. And let your breath breathe and inhale this light all the way through your body and into your core. And just know as this light enters your sensory organs, your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, your skin, your pores of your skin, it is perceived by your nervous system. So this is your electrical pathway. Your neurological pathways is your electrical system of your body. So let this light travel along those pathways and cleanse and purify and align and synchronize the electrical pathways of your body as this light moves through your physical body. Your physical body is full of electrical pathways. Your pathways of reaction and decision making and everything else that lives within you. And know that this light, the light of your source, carries knowledge and wisdom. So as this comes in through your body, as this comes in to your body and moves through your body, is let it bring in this wisdom and this knowledge. Let it illuminate the truth that is carried in your body, as your body is a miracle of existence. It is spirit in form. Spirit is the life force in you, the consciousness in you, the breath within you, the pulse that beats your heart. So feel this and just let this light again be like tapping the tuning fork as this light comes into your body through all of your physical pathways and all of your sensory receptors into your electrical system as it moves through you. Just let it pulsate with the natural rhythm of the spirit within you. And as you breathe, breathe it in deeper and deeper into your body. And as you exhale, let yourself rest into your body and receive. Rest and receive. So as you breathe it in all the way through your body, all the way into your vertical core. Right? You can elongate your spine, lift your head, but keep your head looking straight ahead with a slight downward tilt. So you're really staying within your physical form and within your earth globe. And just let that breath come all the way into your vertical core. If you imagine yourself within a sphere that is your earth globe, and you have an axis, and just like our earth has an axis, and that axis moves through the top of your head, and it travels along through your body vertically along the front of your spine and through your base, and then it intersects with your globe on the other side, right? So just like you are the axis within a globe, and you have a vertical axis that runs through the top of your head from one side of your globe to the other, from one pole to the other pole, and let this light move through that axis along that vertical core, right? And bring your head again, slight downward tilt. So you're really containing your energy within your globe, and you're drawing in this light into your physical form, all the way into this axis, this central axis that moves through your body. And let that light fill your vertical core. Feel the vibration of light inside you as you breathe it in. Again, tapping that tuning fork, calling on the light of source, inshallah, God willing, as much as your being is able to safely withstand. Right? And call on your source directly. And call on the angels and archangels and all of the unseen beings who are here to help and support this journey that we're all on right now. Just call on them directly and ask for their help. Ask them to help you to receive this light into your body, all the way into your core. Breathe it in. And as you exhale, drop down and land into your pelvic bowl. Feel your presence in your hips. And lean back into your body. Lean back into that vertical core, into that core of light. And as you lean back into this core, just let your breath synchronize with the rhythms at your core. As you lean into it, just let your nervous system settle and let your breath synchronize with the rhythm at your core. And from the depth of your heart, from that seat of sincerity, let your heart face that light and call from your heart, from the deep sincere in your heart. Call on your source and ask to receive that essence of unconditional love, that essence of pure unconditional love. Just imagine, perceive this streaming in, streaming in, streaming in. And with your heart center, let that funnel at the front of your heart space be a breathing portal. And breathe this pure unconditional love in through your heart center, all the way in to the center where that heart center, where that funnel meets that vertical core. Breathe all the way in through your heart center into that vertical core. And as you exhale, again, lean back into your body and let that unconditional love just flow through your heart and pour into your core. Like streaming in through that funnel, pouring in and filling the core of your body with unconditional love. We've got pure divine light and unconditional love streaming through you. The light traveling through your electrical system, the love pouring in through your heart center, all of it meeting together at this vertical core and filling all of your being. And feel this vibration really resonating strongly within you at your core, pure divine light and unconditional love. Breathe it in, and as you exhale, just let your heart empty of any of its tension, constriction, worry, clutter, any angst. Just let that, blow that out with your breath as you exhale. Let it release from your heart. And as you inhale, then inhale, take that unconditional love in deeper in through your heart center, deeper and deeper in, all the way into your vertical core. And lean back into your body, upright your spine, and lean back into your body like standing under a gentle waterfall of pure divine light and unconditional love traveling through your body. And again, feel that sincerity in your heart. What is your heart yearning for? The yearning in the heart is like the tractor beam that draws us into the expression that our source is bringing through us in any moment. So what is the expression that your source is bringing through you in this moment? Breathe into your heart. What is your heart feeling? What does your heart yearn for? What is being spoken through that center point in your heart? And let's take a moment and just be present here and listen. And allow yourself, as you listen, let your breath really move through the center point and allow yourself to feel. It is so important for us to feel. because the feeling is what really stirs that yearning, and that yearning of what we value, what we long for, what we know inside of our beings is here for us to return to because it is who we are. All of that is contained within that feeling, that spark at the core of your heart. So allow yourself to feel it and be drawn by it. The poet Rumi says, let yourself be silently drawn by the pull of what you really love. So let that, what you really love at the depth of your heart, pull you in, pull you into the sincerity, the yearning within your heart. That's what pulls you home to the source, the life force that lives within you. Breathe into that space and again fall back. Just let your conscious body fall back into that center point of your heart, that place of yearning. Fall back. And as you exhale, really drop down and land into your hips, into your pelvic bowl, and be. And from that center point of the heart, again, let's call on our source. In the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate, we call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your eternal compassion. This compassion, the eternal compassion, exists beyond our time-space realm in the eternal. The eternal is what exists beyond this three-dimensional space, which is dependent on a linear time, a one-directional linear time, only goes in one direction. And that is a dimension that is visible here and experiential here in this realm. The eternal extends beyond the time dimension that we experience here. It exists beyond this existence. So we call on the eternal compassion. This is the womb that is the container of this existence, of this three-dimensional realm. This three-dimensional realm is contained within a womb of eternal compassion. Compassion that exists beyond the limitations of this realm. So feel, perceive this vibration of the eternal compassion. And as you inhale in this unconditional love and you lean back into this core light and you receive this love into your heart and into your body, let your entire being rest into this womb, this ocean of eternal compassion. Let yourself rest into it and be held, be cradled, be nurtured, be loved, be completely accepted, where there is no question of acceptance, because unconditional is the key word. Unconditional. It's not about accepted or not accepted, because there are no conditions for acceptance. You are what you are. It is what it is. And acceptance is unconditional. It's unquestionable. It just is. Love is love is love. No conditions, no questions, no explanations needed, no justification. It just is. It is what is, and you are what is. So let yourself rest into this womb of eternal compassion and be held, be nurtured, be loved. And as you fall back, again, fall back into your body, into the center of your heart, into the center of your heart. And really let yourself just drop in and breathe. Drop in and breathe. Drop in and breathe. And I invite you to notice as you drop into your center of your heart and you breathe. Notice your relationship between the center of your heart and this breath and your physical body. How do you perceive? Is there a difference between your consciousness in the center of your heart and your physical body? What is the relationship there? Is your spirit, your conscious body deep within? Is it centered? Is it grounded? Is it like far in but not reaching the perimeter of your body? What kind of space does it take up within you? Or is it in you at all? We do this intro meditations, these beginning meditations, to really get you into your body, your spirit being fully centered in your physical existence, your physical body. So from that place, just notice what you feel, and kind of, you can even use your hands to kind of feel the perimeter of your physical body. And are you inside of the body feeling the walls of your rib cage and of your lungs and of your heart, of your, the core of your being? You feel yourself in there. I want to invite you as a spirit within to really, from this place, breathe deep into your heart. And from here, call on the capital S spirit. Call on this spirit. And let yourself rest with this for a minute and breathe with it. And let your breath synchronize with the breath that is deep within your heart, right at that center point, the core of your heart. Breathe with that rhythm of that breath. And with each exhale, fall back into it. Really fall back and rest into it. And breathe with the breath that breathes you. And fall back. Fall back and be breathed by the breath that breathes you. And fall back into your body, fall back into the breath. You're breathing with it. And feel the rhythm of the breath. And let your entire being, your conscious body, just sink into the rhythm of this breath as it breathes you. And feel the breath. This is your breath. And you are not responsible for breathing. Your body instinctually breathes because you are not the breather. So rest into that breath. Surrender into it, right? We can will ourselves to constrict our breath. When we rest into this breath that breathes you, and really surrender any constriction that you feel around your chest, your lungs, your heart space, and even your throat, even your diaphragm. Just let all of that relax into this breath, and let the breath, the rhythm of the breath, breathe you. Let the rhythm of the breath breathe you. And feel yourself held in this womb of compassion. which has its own rhythm, right? And that your rhythm just synchronize with the flow of this rhythm of the breath that breathes you. Breathe with the breath that breathes you. And as you exhale, fall back. Fall back into this womb of compassion and allow your breath to be breathed. And again, falling back like through your heart center into that center point where the heart center meets the vertical core, and travel deeper and deeper as you fall back into that space at the center of your lungs, at the center of your heart. And let the breath move through and breathe you. And be breathed. It might help you to use what we've called the lunar breath in some of our meditations. The lunar breath is that breath where your mouth is closed and there's hardly any breath coming out of your nose or out of your, leaving your body, but you fall back into that space kind of behind your heart center and just feel the breath within you moving behind your heart, like way back in the back of a cave where the breath, the wind blows back there and swirls back there, but it doesn't ever leave the cave. And you fall back and just feel the air move along that vertical core back behind your heart. And fall back. Fall back into that space behind the heart. Allow yourself to be breathed and rest into the rhythm of the breath that breathes you. You have never had to will the breath. The breath has always breathed you. You've only needed to release your constriction around the breath and allow it to breathe you. Drop in, fall back, and be breathed. And again, you can ask for help from Spirit, from your angels and archangels, from all of your helpers in the unseen. You can ask for their help. And with each exhale, with each breath, like with your inhale, let it draw you further back into that center point behind your heart. And as you exhale, let yourself just fall back and rest into it. Inhale, draw back, lean back, exhale, fall back. Rest into and be breathed. Be breathed. And again, just check in. Feel your spirit, your conscious body. How is your conscious body relating to your physical? So I want to invite your conscious body to, as it's merged with spirit, allow this spirit to fully grow within you, fully grow within you, and fully take up all of the space within your physical body. And let it merge completely with the tissues and the cells, right? In reality, there is no separation, but we perceive a separation. So let that perception be bridged at this point, that separation be bridged from the perception as this spirit, the consciousness, really grows to fill the body, to merge in with the tissues, to merge with the organs, to merge with the fluids, to merge with the bones, to merge with the muscle, with all of the connective tissue, to merge with all of the layers of the skin, to merge with the nails and the hair, to merge with all of your sensory organs, your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, your teeth, your lips, and all the way down into the soles of your feet, your toes, your toenails, to the palms of your hand, your fingers, your fingernails, to all of your being. Let your spirit body really expand to fill the space and merge with every cell of every fiber of your being. And let your breath fill the space of your entire being. And again, as you exhale, fall back into your body and let the rhythms of the breath move you and breathe you. If your body wants to move, if your body wants to flow with the rhythms, let it flow, but keep your focal point at this vertical core, the center of your body. Move from this space, like behind. Just imagine that vertical core, the segment that extends from the pineal gland, which is at the center of the head, the center of the ball of the skull, at that vertical core from the pineal gland, along behind your heart center, and down into your sacral center at the center of your pelvic bowl, right there at your that vital life force energy point of the lower dantian, that chi point. Just let that be your center, right? Keep your focal point there. Draw your consciousness into that space. And as you move, just let that be like your center of gravity that you stay connected to as your body moves. And continue to fall back into that space. And let the spirit, as it emanates and moves through you and really fills your space, let it move you, let it breathe you, feel it beating your heart, let it illuminate your consciousness, and be. And just make your intention or your ask, your request to really put your trust into this spirit within. Let it fill you, let it breathe you, let it be you. And let it spark your heart, the inspiration in your heart, and illuminate the consciousness of your body mind so that you're really moving in sync with this spirit and existing as a representative of spirit in form. You be a representative of spirit and you do an expression of the consciousness of spirit as it wants to live and express through you. We'll move from that center vertical core, fall back into that space, connect in with that spirit, let that spirit fill you, breathe you, spark you, illuminate and awaken you, move you, express through you, you be it be you, be. Kun fayakun, be and it is. Kun fayakun, be and it is. Kun fayakun, be and it is. As we had our friend Amina Deb Lewis, a few months ago, that gave us a cosmic outlook for this time. And she said this time through March of 2023 is a time for us to choose, to make choices. And our world has been giving us clearer vision, as I said at the beginning, about the dichotomy, contrasts in belief systems and lifestyles and living conditions and those things. As we see the differences, the contrasts, we have clearer sight and clearer insights into the effects of the dichotomies. We can, from this place, more clearly examine our own values and choose how we want to align ourselves moving forward with who we are, what we value, how we want to live, right? So as you drop into and fall back into the spirit, let's really ask for that insight and that clarity about how spirit wants to live through you, what spirit wants to be through you, what choices that spirit wants you to be making in the world as a representative of spirit in form. How does it want to be expressed? How does it want to manifest? What are the choices that your being wants to make? As we move into this era of unconditional love, universal harmony, this era of peace, this time of peace that has been prophesied for a long time. As we move closer and closer into this, the time is getting near. As we said, we're be less identified with the physical, more identified with spirit. We have been more identified with a physical body that's, got some connection with spirit. We are becoming more identified with a spiritual being that's got some connection with the body and the physical world. So be the spirit. Be the spirit. Let it be you. Let it be you. You be it. As a spirit body, how do you live in this world? How do you move through this realm of consciousness, in this dimensions, in the dimensions that we have available to us? And those are expanding as well. Those are expanding as well. So be the spirit. Be the spirit. Let the spirit move with some awareness of the physical, right? Not just the physical moving with some awareness of spirit. Be the spirit moving with awareness of the physical. And know that nothing in the physical realm is separate from spirit. So as your spirit moves, so moves the spirit of everything around you, and recognize everything around you as an expression or a form or a reflection of spirit. And there is no separation between you and it and you and spirit. It is all one spirit moving through different reflections, different facets of one jewel. So be the spirit moving with the spirit and for the spirit. And the spirit is in everything around you, even that which you don't recognize as alive. Everything is reflection of spirit. Kun fayakun, be, and it is. So remember that as you be. Practice this being. So you really feel yourself as a spirit with a connection to the physical, witnessing spirit in the physical of everything within you and around you. Kun fayakun, be, and it is. This is the existence. The more we do this, the more we can really live from that place of unconditional love, that place of non-judgment, that place of pure love and acceptance and compassion and peace and universal harmony. So we all move as one spirit. Community for Conscious Living is about personal transformation for universal harmony. Let yourself be transformed to live as one spirit in universal harmony. All right, with that, I want to open for the Q&A. I'll end the recording. For those of you listening to the recording, you're invited to join us live on Sundays at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. U.S. Pacific Time. You can find information for joining us live at communityforconsciousliving.com, communityforconsciousliving.com. While you're there, sign up to receive reminders and replays of this call and other calls that we have. And when you do, you'll receive 2 free gifts. One is a one sheet that you can download that is a reminder of the truth of who and what we are and what this world is about. And the other one is a 15-minute downloadable guided meditation that you can use as a daily practice to help you to connect with the unconditional love, the pure divine light, the eternal compassion that is the core of who you are, your spirit, your connection that with this physical realm. All right, and with that, I'm ending the recording, opening for the Q&A. I thank you very, very much.